Hey, beautiful souls. Monica Fernandi here, creator of the Awakened Soulmate coaching program. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to meditate out of conflict. Stay tuned. Whether you have a meditation practice or not, whether you find conflict every day in all things or not, this easy 3-step process is going to help you overcome those moments of anxiety, uncertainty, and stress, especially in relationships. I've been meditating for almost 30 years, but I've meditated in ways that maybe are new for you or not new for you, and I can teach you to meditate in all sorts of these ways too. That would include an eating meditation, a walking meditation, a singing meditation, being meditation, focus meditation. There's transcendental meditation, which goes a little bit deeper than how I practice and teach. But for today's video, we're going to talk about 3 easy steps: pausing, breathing, and feeling. Once you dive into this easy meditation 101 practice, I assure you, even if you have never meditated before, it will help you even in traffic. So the idea of responding versus reacting when it comes to conflict. Let's say somebody's saying something that's bothering you and or quote unquote pushes your buttons. Whether that person is a loved one or an acquaintance, immediately your defense is to retaliate and come back with a comment. In an earlier video, I talked about that in a way that can be snarky, sarcasm, the bully in your marriage. Check that. But instead of retaliation and coming right back at that person, pause. It sounds easier said than done, but instead of coming right back out with verbiage, and words, pause, hold on. And then take a deep breath. Step number 2. Breathe and watch your breathing. And if that person's words or actions created this conflict in you such that you feel it somewhere in your body, knots in your neck, not feeling good in your stomach, immediately that might cause you to throw words back out at that person, lashing out. And then it just fuels the fire, right? If you are in a conflict with someone who does like conflict, and there are those people that are addicted to more fire, right? Fiery angst, always agita, and so on, to the point where I have been asked, aren't you going to say anything during a conflict? Instead, I was pausing and I was being present with my breath before I said something, because once you throw those words out, you cannot get them back. I am holding up actually here, I was going to wear it as a headband here, but breathing is my public word here. I wear it as a headband. You've seen it in other videos, but the breath is your tool. You have a toolbox, and this meditation we're going to get to in a second, in your conflict situation of raising emotions and retaliations and egos fighting egos, that pausing, that breathing and being, and then feeling is the 3rd step. Just allow these feels to feel. They're not going to last forever. Maybe I have this gut feeling and I need to speak out, and so whatever that other person is saying is causing my body to process it, auditory, right? And then feel it, sit with it, breathe through it, and give it time. Pause, breathe, and feel all the feels that you're feeling. So you're honoring this presence, this gift of being with this conflict. We're not running from it. You're being with it. And then we talk about the 2 F words, the big F words in this process: fear and forgiveness. You thought it was another F word, didn't you? Fear and forgiveness. These are the emotions of fear that sometimes, most often, always I should say, are the reason for retaliation. We fear we're not enough. We fear we're less than. We fear that that person doesn't like us. It is the truth of the matter is we just want to be seen and be heard and be validated. Be seen, be heard, and be validated. And when you can pause and breathe and feel in a conflict, or even just a conversation, before it escalates, you will see, you will notice in your body, in your relationships, at work, in traffic, with your loved ones. This freedom, this lighter release, which is what meditation is. It is a mind tool. Yes, you can sit in a comfortable position and notice your breathing, and I'll talk about that in a different video. But when I coach my clients one-on-one, we do talk about the daily habits, and we are creatures of habit. If you have a habit already of meditation and that fits into your morning, we look at that. If there's not a habit of meditation and rather a habit of picking up the phone and looking at that first, which then might fuel the thoughts into my head, reading the phone and or messages or read the news or whatever, that then triggers me in a way that I want to retaliate, or it affects my whole day. So when I coach with you one-on-one, we talk about that simple aspect of pausing, breathing, and feeling. It is the 108 method that I wrote about in my book. It is one breath at a time. It is in this one moment. You can pivot and turn those relationship conflicts around. So instead of having fear of being not liked, criticized, speak these 6 words. Get it into you now and start maybe journaling and saying it. These are 6 words that I also use for my coaching clients to remind us, you, and all of us can use this reminder. They know not what they do. Those are the 6 words. They know not what they do. According to the Bible, Jesus said this, and so they know not what they do. Father, forgive them. Right? So what we are thinking about here and applying in a deeper level here. So the meditation practice in that moment of just those 3 steps, pause, breathe, and feel, happens in an instant so that your blood pressure doesn't escalate. But all of these practices and that next F word that I'm going to talk about, which is these 6 words, Father, forgive them, they know not what they do. But you can say to yourself, they know not what they do. Sometimes we don't know, oftentimes. I'm going to say a lot of the time, what that other person is feeling and what they've experienced for them to say what they've said, which causes in us a conflict. And so they know not what they do, meaning nobody knows what that person's feeling and or what it feels like to be in their shoes and where that came from. This doesn't justify it, but the forgiveness, the other F word, is about the freedom to not take it personally. And this is a hard one, to detach, which is the 0 of the 108. Holding space. We are all here to be seen, be heard, be validated, be loved, raising the vibrations, right? And when someone knows not what they do, they're at a lower level of consciousness. And the higher consciousness, the ability to just be with the divine, the light, your essence of truth. But instead, the ego gets involved. This takes practice. Pause. Breathe, take a sigh of relief, and feel. So that when you're in a conversation, even like I said before, if it's not conflict, you can be so present with this as a mindful, meditative way to communicate, communing with each other, connecting. So the brain doesn't jump ahead, thinking about what I'm going to say next. I am present. And this is, my friend, the way we can use meditation, mind tool, for the sake of bettering relationships, overcoming stress, anxiety, prevention. And so the more you can be calm in the chaos, the more you can pause, breathe, and feel your 3 steps to that calm. And then remind yourself, they know not what they do, which applies to me too. We're all in it together. We are all one. And then we take action in an infinite, beautiful, possible way that you will rise above conflict, your relationships, to your own soul and spirit, to your own you in the mirror will change, guaranteed. And another thing we can do as we are in conflict, and if someone is berating you and you can't even get a word in edgewise, even though you've paused, breathe, and feel, those people that come at us, of course, you remove yourself from the situation. You walk and be the presence of peace, and you hold space for they know not what they feel or what they do or they feel. But another one that I like to guide people to, and this is an emoji meditation. Emoji meditation, this might need its own video. But when you can sit in a comfortable position, pausing, breathing, and feeling after you've had conflict, and you still feel that angst and that stress or the high blood pressure, the knots in your neck and so on, how you can process it and filter it out of you, right? We don't stay with it forever. We know it's not forever. The infinite possibilities of changing your energy starts with this meditation. The emoji meditation. I created this one myself. And just like we have these emojis and these avatars and these caricatures all over social media, we're going to put them inside you. You're going to sit comfortably, pause, breathe, and feel. Notice your breaths. You can use the breath as a counting of your breath as a way to calm yourself down after conflict. So we know what to do during conflict. We pause, we breathe, we feel before we speak. So we respond, not retaliate or react. And then this emoji one is cute because you can picture that bright little yellow emoji, smiley, happy face, whether you got sunglasses on them or this big cheesy smile, and you sit with that beautiful breath and you follow the breath through and down, 3 parts of the breath, the belly, the rib cage, the chest. And as you breathe in and breathe out longer, I want you to use that emoji as a happy face that touches into every cell of your being, so that joy comes back, so that you create within you that calming essence from the angst that was outside of you, because you have that power. That is the path of the awakened soulmate. The awakened soulmate is one who opens their eyes and maybe takes a different path that can see more joy, more bliss where there is not, see more love, more light where there is not, and to help your body process in a holistic way, body, mind, and spirit. Conflict happens. If you're human, that's the beauty of it. We got people's ideas and concepts, all different, but we're all in it together. So my friend, try that emoji. A little bit of a fun little emoji exercise, and put that emoji traveling like a PBS show, right? Through every cell of every system of your body. Happy joy starts with that image, and it starts with your breath and the awareness to try something new. And then you find infinite possibilities to more joy, more bliss, and freedom from conflict. All right, beautiful souls. This was today's video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to comment and subscribe to the button there, and then you'll get some more notifications when I produce some more guided meditations and or conflict resolution. And also, I invite you to join the Roundtable Group Coaching, which meets twice a month. It is a way to be seen, be heard, and be validated. Coaching one-on-one also available to you. I have just a few spots left for springtime that just opened up, and I have a seat for you. If you're ready for that, reach out to me. So find me on social media, and thank you so much. Ta-ta for now.